All right, traders, I want to take time to talk about support and resistance. I feel support and resistance are one of the most important concepts of trading because the market always looks at these support and resistance levels, so you should be looking at them also. And if you're not, sometime you may wonder why your trade stopped and turned around, or a level that you're hitting and wondering why you can't break through that level. It's a support or resistance area, and you need to be aware of those areas. Okay, but a lot of times you hear traders asking about the wicks or the bodies of candles. Where do you place your lines? Okay, I don't look at support and resistance as just one line because you know the market's not going to stop dead on a spot most of the time. So you want to have an area where the support and resistance is. So what I do, I make a support and resistance zone, and the way I make those zones, I include the bodies and the wick. So what I look at here is, as you see, I got this body here and then the wick right here. So I include all of that. So now when the market comes back up to that area, either way I'm going to do is I'm going to either wait for it to break this area and close above this, or I'm going to wait for it to close back down here, and then I'll get into a trade. I won't take anything in here because we don't know what the market's going to do. I include the wicks and all because this is price action. That's where price moved up to and came back down, but eventually it closed out right here. So if you just look at the closing price, maybe you'll a, a candle move up to this level here and then fall back down, and then you may have had your entry in here to get in, and then you didn't get hit. Okay, so you don't want to have a precise line or number. But the good thing about these zones is that a lot of times it helps you with breakouts. Now breakouts are hard to trade, and nothing's guaranteed, but you want to see this zone here, and if price closes above this zone, then you could feel a little more comfortable that you do have a breakout going. Okay, so then you might put your stop loss a little bit below this zone because maybe price might retrace back to this level here and then go back. Okay, but see, if you had your stop right here, then you would get stopped out. Okay, so that's why these zones are good for breakouts and for just looking at where the market moved prior. Now I look at these like I just used the zones for the horizontal support and resistance lines. Okay, like I said, it helps more with the breakout. Now the strength of the support and resistance area is going to be based off of how many times it's been touched, or the time frame. If you're looking at a daily chart compared to an hourly chart, the support and resistance on a daytime chart is going to be more relevant than the hourly time frame. Okay, so let's look at another chart here. You can see how the market came down and it really tested this area here. It pushed way down here and it wasn't able to get through, so it broke off and came back up. So normally at support levels down here is where you want to be buying, and at resistance levels is where you usually want to be selling. Okay, so you want to short this area and you want to buy this area. Okay, so if you break this area, then now this is going to be the opposite. So if you break this area and you close up here, then this area becomes this area, which is now going to be your support level. So now you want to be buying right here. So you want to be going long in this area. So if you break that level, you want to be going long with your stop down here. Okay, so that gives you this price action included with your stop, like I said. But you see the strength of this on an hourly chart here, the strength of this resistance zone. It got hit one time, two times, three times, and the market couldn't break through, so it fell all the way back down here, and then it tested this area again for the second time, couldn't break through, and came back up and said, I'm gonna give it another shot. Came down and tested it twice and still couldn't break through. So this is on an hourly chart, this area here, this whole zone is a pretty strong zone, and then once price breaks through, then it should move to another level. But you want to have these levels on your chart because you want to be able to use them as stop loss areas and your levels for where you want to get out of the market next or get back into the market. So if you got in here and you were going long here, you would probably look to get out up here because it's showing you that's what it's been, the cycle's been. Okay, looking at this chart here, you can see how this long wick candle came up through here and then it couldn't get through, so it came back down and it got stopped out right here. It got pushed back right here, but now the market's moving back up this way, And then what you're going to expect it to test this level again. Okay, but at the least it may turn around and try to test this level again. Okay, it's trying to break out of this wall here. Okay, so I like to use support and resistance zones to help me with breakouts and to give me more of a idea of where the price action was. Okay, so don't look at price. Support and resistance levels as just one line. So traders, I hope that's helping you. And if you need any help, just let me know. Other than that, God bless.